Hi everyone. So in the previous video we discussed till here, that is under section 17.1, what all are the components which are included in the definition of salary. And in this video we'll understand the basic terms in salary. So first basic component of salary is your basic salary. So basic salary is a minimum salary that employer is willing to pay to his employee depending upon his qualification, his experience and technical skills. So basic salary is generally given under the method of grade. So what is the method of grade? Under this method, the salary is fixed in advance and annual increments are also fixed. The increment will be given on the completion of every completed year of service. So it is every completed. So in case the employee has joined during the year, so it will be calculated from the date of employment until the ending year of the next year. So for example, he has joined on 1st June 2019. So year of completion will be 31st May 2020. That is from 1st June 2019 to 31st May 2020. So let's understand this more with the help of this example. So this is the grade which is given, 10,000, then this 2,000 in increment up till your basic salary reaches 20,000. Then there will be 3,000 per annum increment up till your salary reaches 35,000. So suppose this is the grade system. So in this case, first year it will be 10,000, then second year 2,000 will be added, third year again 2,000 will be added, fourth year, and it will be added till 6th year. Okay, 6th year mein jaake it has achieved 20,000. After the basic salary has reached 20,000, now the next increment is not 2,000, instead it is 3,000. So 3,000 added here in the 7th year, then again 8th year 3,000 is added. It is added until your basic salary has reached 35,000. So in the 11th year it has reached 35,000 and so on. Whatever the grade system is given in the question, you have to calculate your basic salary as per the completed year of services, and you have to add the increments which are given in the grade system. Okay. Next is bonus. So there are two types of bonus, statutory bonus and gratuitous bonus. Statutory bonus is governed as per your Bonus Act. It is statutory and compulsory payment that employer has to pay to his employee whether he earns income or suffer losses. So it is a charge against the profits of the company that the employer in any case they have to pay the bonus, because this statutory or compulsory bonus is governed as per your Bonus Act, and there are various kind of conditions which are governed by this act. So bonus is paid as a part of the revenue to the employee, and generally it is equal to 1 month of basic salary. Okay. So sometimes only the word bonus is given, so you can assume it any way, whether it is statutory bonus or whether it is gratuitous bonus. You have to just add it to the gross salary. In case I discussed more about gratuitous bonus, it is a special payment given to someone as a reward for good work or achievement. The bonus is an additional payment to an employee beyond their salary. So it is a causal benefit and is taxable as a receipt from employer and having no other implications. So whether the bonus is statutory or it is gratuitous, whether the employee is government employee or whether he is the private employee, the bonus will always be taxable and will always be included in the computation of your salary. Okay. Then commission. So commissions are a form of variable pay remuneration for services rendered or product sold. तो usually ये commission मिलता है employees को, और वो set किया जाता है कि you will get a commission if you sell more services or if you sell more products. Okay. Commission is basically an incentive to work hard and to achieve targets set by the employer. So it is kind of a motivation given to the employees. So this is also taxable and it is always added to the computation of your salary. Then next is allowances. So any monetary benefit offered by the employer to its employees for meeting expenditures over and above the basic salary are known as salary allowances. So there are various kind of allowances which are in the form of monetary benefits, that is in the value of money form, which is given to the employees. So these allowances are given to meet the expenditures of particular nature. So it could be for official purposes or it could be for personal purposes. So there is different treatment for officials and personal allowances. So amounts received for official expenses are called as official allowances, and they are fully exempt. Okay, official allowances are fully exempt, but in case any amount out of the official allowances, if it is saved or if it is spent for personal purposes, then that such amount will be taxable. Okay, if it is for entirely official purpose, then it is fully exempt, but if any part of it is saved or spent for personal purpose, then it will be taxable. In case amount received for personal expenses is amount which is received for personal expenses is called personal allowances, and it will be fully taxable whether it is spent or saved or it was used or not. Okay, so whenever the amount is given for personal expenses, it is always fully taxable. Okay, so according to income tax, allowances are always added to the salary of an individual and taxed under the head of income from salaries, and these allowances can be bifurcated into three categories. Means allowances which are fully taxable, non-taxable and partly taxable. So here is the list of all the allowances which are taxable, irrespective of the fact whether the amount is spent or not, or whether it is for official purpose or not. So there are some allowances which are fully taxable. Okay, that is first is dearness allowance, and it is very main allowance which is already given in the question. This is to compensate the inflationary effect from the cost of living of people. It's to set off that the purchasing power of the people remain the same. So usually company gives DNS allowance. Then there is one city compensation allowance. This is also to meet the highly inflated cost in the larger metro cities. Then there is entertainment allowances. These are given to the employees for achieving the expenses incurred towards beverages, hotels, etc. for the business clients or for the business consumers of the company. But under section 16 subsection 2, which we will discuss in detail later in the slides, in case entertainment allowances are given to the government employees, then some part of it is exempt, but in case of non-government employees, it is entirely taxable. So this we will discuss in detail. Then there are overtime allowances in case the employees are working more than regular working hours. There is tiffin allowance to meet the food expenses. There is cash allowances. For example, your marriage allowance, your holiday allowance. Then there could be project allowance to bear the expenses regarding the project, and servant helper allowances. So any amount paid for hiring a servant is fully taxable. So these are the main heads of the allowances which are always fully taxable for the employee. Then the next one is partly taxable allowances. So under one is house rent allowance. This we will discuss in detail because some part of it is exempt and some part of it is taxable. Then leave travel allowance. In this case also some part of it taxable and some not. So this will also discuss in detail. Then conveyance allowances. So these I will discuss whenever the question will come up. Then I'll discuss all the conditions in which what amount is going to be taxable and what amount is going to be exempted. Okay. Then medical bills, reimbursement allowances, education allowances and hostel allowances. So these partly taxable allowances we will be discussing in details whenever the question will come up. But in short, you should be aware that there are 6 allowances which comes under the head of partly taxable allowances. Okay. Then these are fully exempted allowances. In case allowance is given to government employees, so any amount paid as a provision for rendering services outside India, that amount is fully exempt. Okay. Not every allowance to the government employees is exempt. Only the amount which is given to the government employee for rendering services outside India by the government of India, that allowance is fully exempt. Okay. Then allowances to judges of Supreme Court or High Court are not taxable. Then benefits received by the people working in UNO are also fully exempt. This I think I also discussed in the residential status in one of the question, that whenever any salary is given to the UNO, to the people working in UNO, it is always exempted. So there are 3 allowances which are fully exempt under your income from salary. Okay. Now, next component, very important, it is perquisite. So perquisite may be defined as any causal emolument, which could be your benefit or any monetary payment or anything which has some value which is attached to an office or position in addition to salary or wages. So as per your Income Tax Act section 17(2), perquisite includes value of rent-free concessional rent accommodation provided by the employer, any sum paid by the employer in respect of an obligation which was actually payable by the employee. In case employer has paid any obligation on behalf of the employee, or any kind of value of any benefit amenity granted free or at concessional rate to the specified employees, etc. So these 3 are inclusive in the definition of perquisites. There are various examples like facility of car, facility of servant, facility of meals, etc. So all these are the examples of perquisites. So in case of perquisites, a money value will be calculated which is called as a perquisite value, and such perquisite value will always be taxable as salary income. Okay. In India, this is the last component, the main component, that is retirement benefits and payments. So in India, at the time of retirement, there are 4 kind of monetary payments which the employer has to make to the employee, which are gratuity, pension, leave encashment and provident fund. These all 4 we'll be discussing in very much detail in the coming sessions. These payments are to be given even when the employee doesn't take retirement, instead resigns from the job after doing the service of at least 5 years. Because in gratuity, leave encashment, there are certain provisions in which the employee, in case he has done a service of 5 years or more, he is entitled to such benefits. These payments can also be given to the employee's family members in case of the employee's death during the employment period. So in case the employee expires, then these 4 benefits can also be paid to the family members of the employees. So gross salary, if I say, it is the aggregate of your basic salary, bonus, commission, allowances, perquisites and retirement benefits. So gross salary is the summation of all these 6 components, and we'll be discussing each of them in detail in the coming sessions. Okay.